Hi, this is Scotty Sanders, the Life Catalyst. Thanks for joining me today. I may have mentioned to you before about how important guest services is for a church. To me, it is frontline evangelism. And so I'm going to do once a month what I call the 3-minute drill, where I will go into some of the largest churches in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, some of the churches that are great. They do a fantastic job in so many different areas. And I want to do a 3-minute drill because people are making a decision if they'll ever come back to a church, believe it or not, in about 3 minutes. So I'm going to try to do a video for about no more than 4 minutes, to give you some of the highlights, the things that I learned when I visit these churches. The first church I went to is one of my very, very favorite churches. The pastor there, Pastor Toby, the executive pastor Kent, are dear friends of mine, and I love them, and they do a tremendous job. It is Cross Timbers Community Church. I went to their Argyle campus. They have a multi-site church, but I went to that campus, and here's some things they did extremely well. First thing, they have police officers directing traffic, which is always nice, and when you pull onto their campus, they have parking lot greeters, tons of signage. If you're a guest, where to park, and boy, that's such a good thing if I'm a guest coming to their church for the very first time. Now, I would say that it's always good to have plenty of exterior signage, so when a guest comes, they know exactly where they need to go to find the worship center and to find the children's area. But as I entered into the building, they had door greeters there. It's always good to have plenty of door greeters to make sure that you have some redundancy, because if I'm a guest and they recognize that door greeter can take me where I need to go. Now, one of the neat things about Cross Timbers, there's life as soon as you walk in. They've got a huge welcome center, plenty of volunteers there. They had children's check-in, preschool check-in, plenty of volunteers. They made it really, really easy to check in your kids. And as I was getting ready to go in the worship center, they had ushers there that handed me their bulletin. By the way, I've got their bulletin right here, and the one thing I really like about this, it's not extravagant. It gives the right amount of information. It points people to their website, and they just do an excellent job. It's not over the top, and it's not huge. I've actually left at some churches that my Bible wasn't big enough to hold it before, so think through your bulletin. As I went into the worship center, they had great music going on as a prelude to the worship service, and they had some very cool, very well done videos promoting different things, not voiceover, just on the screen, and added a very, very nice touch. So those were some things right off. And by the way, they had a nice coffee cafe area. They gave away free coffee and snacks and donuts, and that certainly makes the kids happy for sure. Now, a couple other things that I really like. They do a meet and greet after every service that you can meet the pastor or pastors of the church, and I thought that was a very, very good touch. And they have an awesome kickoff video that they do. And I've been into this church several times, so I know they do it every week. It wasn't one time. Their worship leader, Seth, does a great job there. He makes a special welcome to first-time guests about how glad they are. And he's very warm and very genuine when he does that. And then another thing I noticed as the service started, that they had worship assistants helping people find their seats as the service became pretty full. And then this is from my wife's experience, but she knows that the children's and preschool area, they have great worship, and the curriculum is very well done. So listen, Cross Timbers is a thumbs up. They do an outstanding job on guest services, but in general, some things that all churches need to work on. You need to have parking lot greeters. You need to have plenty of door greeters. And you need to make sure your people are always friendly and engaging when new people come. So I want your church to have exceptional guest services, and we can do that. In Cross Timbers, they do a great job in guest services. You can go to lifecatalyst.consulting.com to find out more things that we do to help churches to improve on their guest services.